colonists have a transport ship that can't use the transporter? What?
Prepare for transport to the Enterprise.
Captain, this ship is used for hauling radioactive ore. The hull is transport resistant.
What?
Okay. Wait.
Like-
What's the objection here?
So I understand you have a ship, you have special cargo, in this case radioactive, so you have to shield the cargo bay or shield
Sure.
where the resources are stored.
Yeah.
So you can't do transport in and out of that section. But why is the whole ship unable to do transport? You can't like toggle it on and off, the shielding. Sometimes they have active shielding in Star Trek, so you could turn them off on, for that half second while the transport is going through. Or you just have a dedicated cargo bay and the crew quarters are outside of that cargo bay, transport there. Why is the whole ship? What is this?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So it must be passive radiation protection because they can't turn it off, right? I mean, if they're having, they can turn it off. So it must be passive. It must be like built into the frame, built into the panels of the ship. Okay. So you can't turn it off. But what doesn't make sense, which is exactly what you said, is that means that the entire ship is covered in this radiation protection stuff, which means if there's radioactive materials inside, you've now trapped that inside with all the people. Shouldn't it just be the cargo bay that has this radiation hardening?
All right, you're saying it's even worse than this because it should only be the cargo bay that's shielded because you don't want the crew exposed to the cargo, which means the
you want
crew
their
should
living
be
quarters to be
outside.
safe. Exactly.
Right. Unless you've somehow like double hulled it. But why would you do that? You've now shielded things like crew quarters that don't need shielding. What are we doing?
Right. What are we doing? Heck, you should even make a portion of the cargo bay transportable. So that way you can transport things in, and then you like walk them over. You get a little forklift, push them over to the shielded part. Otherwise, you got to have people walking in and out of the ship and move this stuff. What are we doing? It's radioactive stuff. Why do we have people walking around with it?
Yeah, and if you're really clever and you want to transport radioactive stuff into the cargo bay, but you can't go directly into the cargo bay, you should have some sort of like airlock mechanism that if there's a problem, the radiation gets sent away from the ship. So that's shielded as well, but maybe it's open on one side. Like, the engineering of this makes no sense right now. What the heck?
This is some real bottom dollar, cheapest estimate.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Terrible.